So, I know I haven't made a video in a bit. Sorry. I've been busy editing for JC. So I wanted to do something kind of fun and a little different. Also, cat. I wanted to show you guys how I make goated pasta. Because I've been studying the pasta game for a little bit now, and I have a really, really good pasta that I know how to make, and I want to share it with you guys because I want you guys to be able to make this at home because this shit's it's so good. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get like a pan about like this big, like this is my hand, I don't know, like I don't feel like measuring it, whatever, it doesn't matter. Basically just get a decently sized pan like this, and you're going to want to fill this thing with half cut cherry tomatoes. Ideally, you can do it with grape ones. But ideally you want to do it with cherry tomatoes. I'm doing it with grape tomatoes currently, but you want to do this with cherry tomatoes ideally. And you want to just fill this pan with half-cut cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. And before you put them in, you want to do just a little layer of olive oil, not too much, just enough to cover the pan, and kind of like you know, tilt the pan a bit to get the oil all over it. And then you can get that oil just kind of like dispersed throughout. And then you're gonna wanna just fill this thing with cherry tomatoes. And now, mind the mess, we're gonna wanna basically just turn this on like 2. Pretty low, keep it pretty low. And over time, this is gonna basically get out all the juices and really cook these in a really cool way. So that's going to be going on for a little bit. Let's go on to the next step. Okay, so now for our next step, we're going to take, oh, hello, we have another visitor. Okay, so now we're basically going to take our garlic cloves here. I just crushed some garlic, and now we have these cloves. And now we're going to peel these. I'll come back once I've done that. So now we've got our garlic here that's peeled. We're going to take that garlic and we're going to put this in a pot of water. Just not too much in there, just like you can see how deep it is. It's about maybe half or a third full maybe. And we're going to get this thing on high. We're going to get this boiling. We want to get this boiling. So I'm not going to show this whole process because it takes a while. But basically what we're going to be doing is while this is still cooking, because that's going to take a while, we are going to basically bring this to boil 4 times with the things in there. So once we bring it to boil, we'll take the garlic cloves out on a plate, set them on the side, dump out this water, put new water in, put the cloves in, bring it to boil, and we're going to do that in total of 4 times. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to soften up the garlic to where they can be broke down by our emergent blender, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. So by the time that's all done, and we start making the stuff that we're going to put in here, the juices will be more dispersed, and once the juices are dispersed, we're going to take like just a wooden spoon and we're going to break this down. Not now, we got to wait till that's you know, all the juices have dispersed and stuff, and it's broken down a little bit. So I'll come back when we're doing that. Actually, there's one thing we can do to start cooking our sauce a little bit, or making our sauce. So basically I'm gonna cut this open, just some diced tomatoes, canned tomatoes, and we're gonna pour enough just to fill up like probably up to here, maybe here, and then I'll show you what we'll do with that in a second. All right, so this is where we're gonna take this over the top. So this here in this cup, I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And here's our canned tomatoes in this cup here. We're gonna go ahead and pour that in there. Beautiful. All right. So now that that's in there, We're gonna go ahead and blend this up a little bit. Doing this one-handed is kind of hard. You know what? Here, let me do this real quick. Okay, so as you can see, we've got this nice, like, orange color to it almost. It looks really, really nice. So this next part is completely optional to you. It's completely personal preference. It depends on if you like a little bit of spice or not. And I emphasize a little. As someone who eats a lot of spicy food, this isn't too bad in my opinion. So what I like to usually do is I'll do like just a dash of chili powder and a dash of cayenne. There we go. And we'll go ahead and blend this up real quick. Look at this. There's another visitor. Hello, Eli. This is the one that was on the bed earlier. Oh, there he goes. Mind the kind of the mess here. We're remodeling. So something I forgot to mention was after you've boiled, it's not done yet, but after you've boiled the garlic for a little bit, you can actually pour that garlic the water that you poured the garlic in, the water that you boiled the garlic in, Jesus, in a pan, and you can actually just like kind of, you know, not sacrifice, what the hell am I saying? You can recycle that water and basically just like pour it in here, which is a nice touch. I don't know if it actually adds any flavor to the noodles, but I like to think that because you boiled the garlic in there that it works like that. I don't know. Let me get this going and then I'll show the next part. So now you can see it's all blended up. We got the chili powder and cayenne in there. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do, because these are on their fourth boil, they're almost done. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do what I said earlier, and I'm gonna need to use two hands for this, so I'm gonna have to wait a second. But now I'm gonna go ahead and just, you can see the juices are starting to come out a bit. So I'm gonna break these down with my spoon, and then I'll show you what that's like once that's done. The tomatoes have been fully broken up. The juices are dispersing. It looks really, really good. Now on this side, we have our softened up garlic. And basically we're gonna take this garlic, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, and just kind of pour that in there. Don't worry if a little bit of that water gets in there, it's not too big a deal. And now basically I am going to blend this down and basically just shred that, not even shred, but just, you know, make the garlic into almost like a paste, and it's gonna mesh very well with our sauce here. And I'll show you what we do after that. All right, there you go. And the keen-eyed among you can probably tell that there is a tangible difference in the color in there. You can really tell that the garlic has fully broken up and is now in there. So here's the fun part. Now, some of you are gonna see what's about to happen and be like, you just ruined the whole thing. It's all watered down. That doesn't look right. But don't worry, it's gonna disperse and be fine. So let me show you. So we're gonna go ahead and pour all that in there. As much as you can get in there, just really try to get that in there. And you're gonna see it. Let me grab my spoon. Now, some of you are going to see this in its current state, and I wouldn't blame you. I was worried at first. Some of you are going to see this in its current state and be like, oh, it's all liquidy. It's all, you've ruined the whole thing. And, like, the color's all off and blah, blah, blah. Look, don't worry. I know it looks like that, but basically, over the course of the next bit, this is going to thicken up and really get, like, you know, a sauce that you would want to eat. It's not like going to be super runny like this. It's going to be really thick and creamy and just taste incredible. Even already. Let's take a little taste test here. Still really fucking good. Really, really good. It just needs to thicken up a little bit. One last thing we're going to do here. I'm going to get some red pepper flakes and some basil, dried basil. Ideally, if you had basil leaves, like fresh basil, you'd want to do this with that. But I don't have access to that, unfortunately, currently at this moment. One second, let me open these up. Okay, so I've gone ahead and mixed all of that together. Full transparency, I added a little bit extra chili powder and cayenne pepper just for me. Again, completely optional, as well as the red pepper flakes. You don't need to add those. So now basically, we're gonna turn this up to 3 instead of 2, and we're gonna just let this cook. In the meantime, we are gonna fill this up with water. We're gonna get it pretty full, and then I'll get back to you guys. The secret to good pasta, in terms of the noodles, is having a deep pot, as deep as you can get, with a lot of water, and a generous amount of salt. I usually like to have, what's it called, kosher salt. I usually like to have that in there, because I like the thicker grains of salt. But yeah, get a generous amount of salt in there, like seriously. Like it's gonna look like a lot, but for how deep the water is, so let me just pour a little bit more in there. Just a bit more. There we go. It's gonna look like a lot, but for how deep the water is and everything, it's really not that bad. So now, this is good because it's like a lot of water. This is gonna take a while to get to boil. Like it's gonna take a bit. So we're gonna let this cook and just let it be on 3. We're not even gonna touch it. One thing I am gonna do, just because I can see it kind of happening on the side. If you see any little bits like this on the sides, you want to just kind of like scrape that down in. Don't let it caramelize on the sides. You want to bring that into the sauce. So I'm gonna do that. But really, I might give it like 1 good stir. But we're just kind of let this thing cook on 3 for as long as it needs until this hits boil, and then we'll throw our noodles in. So you can see right now it's 10:04. I'll be back when we put the noodles in, I guess. All right, everybody, so it's been about half an hour, and you can see it has thickened up a lot. It also tastes amazing. I tasted a little bit of it, and it's great. I have also turned it down to low, from 3 to low, to just, kind of let it slow cook for the rest of the way. Our water is boiling. As you can see, it's been a little bit over half an hour here. So we're gonna go ahead and take our pasta. This should be enough, I think. Probably is fine. I might add a little bit more to this, hold on. Okay, so we got our pasta, and we're just gonna go ahead and toss it in. And we got our tongs here. And we're just gonna go ahead and give these a twist and basically just make them fit in there. I'm gonna do this real quick. Now we got our noodles in there. I'll just give that a turn every couple minutes. We got our sauce going. And the recommended time on the package said 9 to 10 minutes. We're gonna do it for 8. And the reason why is we want it to just be off of al dente. And then we're gonna cook it the rest of the way in this sauce. And when we put this pasta in here, we'll probably turn this back up to 3, or maybe even 5, honestly, and cook it the rest of the way in the sauce. So I will be back when I put the pasta in there. So now we've got our sauce, noodles are drained. We're gonna go ahead and turn this up to 5, as I said, and we're just gonna take these noodles, we'll just start to do with one hand. And we're gonna go ahead and just kind of shake them over this trash can here, make sure all the water's out. We're gonna dump them in there. Now I'm gonna focus on basically mixing these in for the next 2 minutes and just cooking the pasta through the rest of the way into the sauce. Okay, so as you can see, I have cooked the pasta through the sauce for about 1.5 to 2 minutes, and there we are. So now what we're gonna do to finish this off, we're gonna do just a little bit of Italian seasoning. Not too much, just a bit. That's good. And then, you guys know me, I really like my spice, so I am gonna actually add a little bit extra red pepper flakes in there. Not a ton, just a bit. And there we go. We're gonna go ahead and just mix this up, just to kind of distribute it well. And then I'll let it cool off for a minute, and then we'll go ahead and do a taste test. All right, guys, here we go. This, first of all, oh my gosh, I'll tell you right now, I can't smell very well. I don't know why. I don't know when it started. I think it started sometime after, I don't remember when. I think it might have been after I got COVID and it just completely fucked my sense of smell or something. I don't know. I can't smell very good anymore for some reason. I can smell like very strong things. Oh, and I gotta say, this smells incredible. So I'm gonna let this cool off for just a little bit longer. But first of all, thanks for watching this video if you have watched it all the way through. I know this is very different, but I wanted to do something like this because I enjoy making food a lot. Cooking has become, honestly, like a really meditative, like, it's almost been like therapy for me in a lot of ways. I really, really, really love cooking. And yeah, I'm glad I got to share this with you guys. So we'll have probably a normal video again sometime soon. I'd like to try and talk about like a movie or something on the channel because I think that'd be kind of cool. But I want to do something kind of fun and different just because it's been a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get a little bit of tomato in here and then just kind of twirl it around. We'll blow on it and then we'll give it a little taste test. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's really good. The only thing it's missing, that I forgot to mention this because I didn't have any of the ingredient with me, but there's this like extra sauce I get, and it's like some sort of like sweet Italian sauce. It's like white. They put like bell pepper in it and stuff. I'll put like 2 tablespoons of that in the mixture as well, and that'll also add a little bit of extra flavor to it. But I didn't have any this time, which is all right. It still tastes incredible. And I'm going to devour this whole thing. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I figure out what the like bell pepper sweet Italian thing is, I'll probably put like a link to it in the description on like Amazon or something, or if I can find just a picture of it. And basically what you would do is you would take 2 tablespoons of that sauce and you would put that in the mixture where like we did like the immersion blender thing. And you would just add that. The rest you would do all the same. You just add 2 tablespoons of that stuff. And there you go. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you end up making this at home, let me know how it went. And yeah, take it easy, everybody. Hey everybody, just stopping in to thank our members Lewis, Deep Freezes, Red Psy, Silky Whippy, Zobi, Alpha Kenny Asian, and Barbalith. Wow, 7 members now. This is awesome. Thanks so much, guys. I really, really appreciate this a lot. I think the next video is going to be me. Well, first, it's going to be a members-only exclusive video of my reaction to the movie Alien. And then it'll be like a video for everybody of me talking about seeing it finally for the first time. So yeah, kind of wanted to switch it up, do some smaller scale stuff, especially since I've been so fucking busy with, you know, working for JC on this P3 series, trying to make it the best it can possibly be. I still want to try and get the Dark Souls 2 video out soon. I also think I'm going to start streaming Persona 3 Portable. If you're a member, the day of this is going up for members. I think I might stream it today. If you're not a member, then you might have already seen I started streaming that. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for becoming a member. If you'd like to become a member, you can get your name shouted out, get early access to videos, exclusive reaction stuff, you know, all that jazz. So, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.